their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This is Tony Pollard. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. On second down, Elliott once more. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give to Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The give is to Elliott. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Deshaun Wright there on the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. And his kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give to Elliott running left. Elliott a first down and more. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, 34 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times, defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
A run for Nick Chubb. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Play fake. Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. From the gun, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Now Mayfield. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. They start on the ground with Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the break.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they've got it to the 28-yard line. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. He's going to go up top for the end zone. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 28 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Zerline good with a PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Shreds the tackle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On second down, right back to Hunt. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. And what's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Mayfield to throw it. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mayfield on play action. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Again, it's Elliott. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 101 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Troy Hill picks it. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Mayfield off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. 3rd and short yardage. Mayfield over the middle. That's caught by Schwartz. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
He's going to look deep now for Landry. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3, this is where the ball goes anymore.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action now. Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Connects here with the tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. Here's Prescott. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Sirline connects on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. At their own 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now a dump off here complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Going deep here for Landry. Touchdown, Browns. Well, Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Now Pollard. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, called it the 21. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This is Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Here's Dak. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Now Dak. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former Super Bowl MVP, Malcolm Smith. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
They'll run with Chubb. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll try again with Chubb. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Pollard to return from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Greedy Williams.